Salve, I'm Amadeus Kim.
And I'm Julius Caesar Salad.
And today we're talking about the darkest world and dungeon ever.
No, not the dark world from the movie Thor.
Nor the dark Dungeon of Darkness from Pad.
Or my butt crack.
It is the underworld from Greek and Roman mythologies, a place where all souls went after they died.
They went there depending on what they did in their previous lives. And right now I'd like to take some time to talk about the parts of the underworld.
Imagine you're a 15-year-old kid waiting in line to meet the one and only Santa Claus. You have been waiting for hours and hours, and it is finally your turn.
Santa, where's your beard?
Shut up, kid! Next!
Oh, what a good little boy you've been this year.
I'm on the choo-choo train.
Let me just check my list here and see if you've been good or not. You've been naughty. Next!
If you're imagining as I have told you, you might feel a sense of injustice towards this fat old man. That's how things were. The underworld was ruled by Hades, also known as Pluto in Roman mythology. Hades is the god of death, the dead, and wealth. He is considered the youngest male out of the 12 Olympian gods because he was regurgitated last from Cronus. But technically, this would mean that he was the oldest because he had to have been swallowed. His wife is Persephone, a vegetation goddess, and the story behind the marriage is quite complicated. One day, Persephone was picking flowers when Hades abducted and took her down to the underworld to be his bride. She was kept there for 9 days, and her mother Demeter was recklessly searching for her frightened and missing daughter. Zeus convinced Hades to return Persephone, but Persephone already ate pomegranate seeds in the underworld, which meant that she could not leave. So they compromised and decided that for 8 months, Persephone would be with Demeter, while the other 4, she would stay with Hades in the underworld. As you can tell from the story, in early Greek myths, Hades was regarded as a dreaded character. He was so feared, in fact, that people never spoke his name. However, later Greek philosophers regarded Hades as a humane and a giver of wealth, someone who welcomed humans with hospitality.
Hades is in control of 5 lakes, and of the 5, River Styx is the most important. The gods in Greek and Roman mythologies were bound by and have sworn by River Styx because Styx, the goddess of River Styx, sided with Zeus during the First Titan War. The river had miraculous powers, turning the people dipped in it to become invincible. For instance, Achilles, a Greek hero of the Trojan War, was dipped in the River Styx when he was a little baby and made him invulnerable. River Styx was a boundary between Earth and the underworld, and therefore had to be crossed by all souls to reach the underworld. This was done by a ferryman Charon, and it was not free. Every shade must pay a toll in order to cross, and it was usually stored underneath the tongue of the spirit. If there was no coin to be found, that spirit would not be able to cross the river and must roam up and down the banks as restless spirits. But before the souls cross River Styx, they first arrive in Erebus, which is one of the 2 main parts of the underworld. Erebus is a dark region of the underworld through the souls must pass before they reach Tartarus. Tartarus, the other main part of the underworld, is divided into 3 compartments: Elysian Fields, Asphodel Meadows, and Tartarus. The Elysian Fields is a wonderful place where everything was delightful. It was full of soft green meadows, lovely groves, sunlight of a soft purple, and everyone was happy. Sound of music played on pipes filled the air, and banquets were held whenever the souls wanted. But this was a place for great and good people, such as heroes like Perseus, and virtuous men like priests and poets. The Asphodel Meadows were for ordinary souls, who lived a neither good nor evil lives, which was the majority of the population. The souls sent to the Asphodel Meadows were to drink from the river Lethe before entering, which erases their memories and identities. Homer depicted the Asphodel Meadows as a dark and mirthless place, where the disembodied souls weep and wail pathetically. All the wicked and evil souls went to Tartarus. Tartarus is a deep abyss that is used as a dungeon for torment and suffering for the wicked and as a prison for the Titans. It is said to be as far beneath Hades as heaven was above it. Titans imprisoned in Tartarus included Cyclopses and Cronus. Heroes and kings were also sentenced to the Tartarus. For instance, King Tantalus was chopped up, boiled, and served his son as food for the gods. Theseus, the king the Athenian founding hero who slew the Minotaur was also stuck in Tartarus. He and his friend Pirithous tried to kidnap Persephone and make her Pirithous' wife. But Hades had caught them, made him sit on the chair of forgetfulness. But Hercules later saved Theseus.